separate your legs, step a little bit wider. Just start with some arms. I don't know what you guys all did yesterday. Well, I did know the day before, I think, right? So you may be just a little stiff. What did we do? Where were we? Roll your shoulders back and around. I thought yesterday was Sunday, so I'm confused. And return your shoulders the other way. And then start to pivot on your ball of your foot. Just left. Turn around. I don't know. Nope. Okay, it might be you. Oh my God. Let me look at my Wi-Fi. All right, no, well, wow. I don't even, all right, I'm sorry, but here I be. I haven't done anything, so hopefully you'll get it. Can you hear my voice? That's more important. If you can hear me, then it's okay. Come back to center, take your arms up, and let's just do a hinge and throw the arms back. So yeah, if you can hear me at least, we can get there. Oh yeah, there was the other day I was driving in the car getting you a workout. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. And 1. Stay back here, put your hands, or stay down. Take your feet wider, turn your toes out, drop your hips down, press your right shoulder forward. And then come back to center and press your left shoulder forward. And then come back to the center and press the right shoulder forward. And then go back to the left shoulder forward. Come back to center, put your hands on the floor or the blocks or weights. Bend your knees, stick your hips out, and then straighten the legs. And do that a couple of times. Sit back and straighten the legs. Good. And keep going for 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Come back in, turn your toes forward. Grab the outsides of your feet and pull your chest to your thighs. Of course, it's early, so we're possibly a little stiff here. Come back to center and then release the arms and let them dangle. Head down, hips up, soft knees. Take the arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, put the palms together and lift the arms up overhead. Shake out your head yes and no. And take this next inhaling breath to roll yourself up slowly. Stretch it up overhead. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Reach up and come over from one side to the other. All right, come back to center and just give your knees a little hug and a little hug. Get ready. Our first exercise, we have a circuit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exercises and then a little burner. So we're going to take one single weight or no weights at all. Underneath your chin, feet or hips width or a little bit wider, toes turned out. We're going to do a gobble squat coming down, driving through your heels to come back up. All right, with the weight, so the weight goes back into your heels. Those of you who don't do full crunches, just get some mobility in there or get up on your toes. All right, bring the weight underneath your chin, or if you have a kettlebell, you're welcome to use that as well. Take your feet about hips width apart. Turn the toes slightly out. Maria, no rush, but I'd love to see all of your body. I got that with Cindy and Deb too. If it's at all possible, guys, for me to see you, that way I can help you. All right, Steve, you're gonna be Casper, the friendly ghost, but I'm gonna pretend I can see you. All right, hands underneath your chest. We got 15 reps. In 3, 2, we go. 15. Drive through the heels. 14. Squeeze your glutes on the way up. 13. 12. 11. So I always try to offer modifications, amplifications. Most of you know if you want to make it more challenging, you do that. 9. 8. You can always add a jump to these things. 7, don't recommend it, just saying you can. 6, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Last one, you don't need any weights for the next exercise, so come up and put your weights down. Come onto your hands and knees, straight legs or bent knees on the floor. Hands wide today. So not a tricep push-up. Come forward, shoulders over wrists. If you're on the floor with your knees, you can kick your heels up and use the wall or use your bench for higher higher movement. Okay, 15, go. 3, 2, 1, 1. 2, 3, 4, good, look forward. 5, 6, 7, 8, from what I can see looks good. 9, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, last one coming up, and 1. Good, take a quick little child's pose. Tuck the toes underneath you, lift the knees up, and come on up to standing. Grab a heavy set of weights, if possible. Whatever that means to you. Could be 5 pounds, could be 25 pounds. Okay, also it depends on what you have handy. So, bent over rows, knees are gonna bend, hips go back, chest open. Arms can be in any direction that you choose today. Good old-fashioned bent over rows, hips back, chest out, soften the knees in 3, 2, go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Good. Hammer curls, so we can stick with the heavy weights if you need to go to a single arm, or bicep curls if you'd like. Bend the knees, hips go back, chest is out, roll your shoulders back. In 3, we curl. 2, go. 15, don't swing your weights. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more, and 1. Don't swing. Now put your weights down. This is just a little bit of a mobility exercise, a flexibility mobility exercise. So I wrote toe touches, which was going to be like a windmilly kind of thing. But I'm going to change it up to almost like a single leg. It's a reach. Let's call it a reach. So put your right foot back, hinge forward, touch both hands in front of the left foot, and then rise back up. We're going to switch legs. Okay, so it's a short stance. It's not quite a lunge. It's not a deadlift. It's not a good morning. It's a little bit of everything, but it's a little bit of hip and back mobility. Okay, so let's start with your right foot back. Again, it's not a big wide step. Hips and shoulders stay square. Bend both knees and hinge from the hips. Touch your hands in front of your foot, and then rise up. Here we go. Right side. First, 3, 2, go. 1. Now come up and switch legs. 2. Keep the hips squared. 3. We're going to do 16 reps. 4, because 15 is not even. 5. So it's like you're reaching for something on the floor. 6, 7, so the hips go back, the chest stays open, halfway there. 8, good, a little stretch for your hammies. 9, 10, 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more. 1 more. And done. Okay, good. So a little bit of mobility. Now, take a light set of weights. Light is up to you. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to cross punch 4 times, and then 2 knees 1 time. So 4 punches, 2 knees. This is a time-driven exercise. You go as fast or slow as you want. Weights or no weights, if you'd like. One-sided only. Just please remind me that the right side is the one we did. Okay? So, bend my knees. Press the arms across the body in 3, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Just keep going over and over till I tell you not to. See you tomorrow. Just kidding. All right, you're halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, keep going till I tell you. Last probably round, 2, 3, 4, and rest. And there you have it. That's all she wrote. Grab your water and grab your one heavy weight. Back to your goblets. Oh, you know what I left out of the goblets, guys? A pulse. All right, so we'll do it this round. Weight under the chin. You get down to the bottom. You come halfway up and down, and then you drive all the way up. That's 1 rep. Okay, there's a little pulse there. So that's a little bit more than a pulse. Okay, weight underneath your chin. Feet or hips width apart with a slight turnout. A little bit wider than your hips. In 3. Good. Cindy, if you want to hold the kettlebell the other way, that's okay. Whatever. Anyway, I just like certain ways to hold the kettlebell, make it easier. In 3, 2, we go. 1 pulse. Drive up. 2. So sometimes if you turn the ball towards your face. 3. And 4. Good. Yeah, even if you're not going all the way down. 5. 6. 7. Keep driving through those heels. 8. 9. And 10. 6 more. 5 more. From here. 5. Really pull up on your abs. 4. 3 more. 3. 2 more. And you got the last one. 1 more. Good. Come back down to the floor, to your hands and knees or to your toes. Wide arm. Okay, so big chest rather than tricep. On your knees. 3, 2, let's go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, look forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 more. 4, 3, and 1. Child's pose. Good work. All right, come back up. Bent over rows to hammers. Heavy weights. If you want to use one single weight, you can for the bent up. You can do it for the hammers. But you know, if you have a big heavy kettlebell and you want to use that, or weight, whatever. All right, bend the knees. Hips go back, chest goes out. You can have your shoulders in it, whatever direction feels supported for you today. All right, 3, 2, go. 15, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, squeeze your shoulders. 9, 10, 5 more. 4, 3, 1 more. Stand up. Hammer time. Don't swing your weights. If you're swinging them, either they're too heavy or maybe too light. All right, so make sure that you just get them back down by your size. 3, 2, 1. And if you're going to hinge, go 1. Make it in this direction, not backwards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put the weights down. We're back to the mobility, flexibility, drill, Alright, it's also a strengthener, just so you know, right, for your glutes. Step your right foot back, 2 hands in front of your left leg, both knees are bent, your feet are hips width apart, right, we're not on a tightrope. Hinge forward, hips go back, chest goes forward in 3, 2, go. 16, switch. 15, so each time you come back up, you kind of want to square off your hips. 3, 4, this because at a tender age, anything over 6 months, 7, when we have to pick up things, 8, 9, and we go into this position to pick it up. You know what happens sometimes? It's not great, right? So we need to continually work on mobility. 5 more. 5, 4, I think I'm on the right count. 3, 2, one more time, and 1. Go back to your lighter set of weights, please. Now we're going to go on the other leg, other arm start. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 knees. Actually, it'll be right, left, left knee, twice. Right arm starts it, so the left, unless you did the other way. Oh my gosh, unless you did the other way before. Okay, pick up your light weights. It's a cross body punch. We go in 3, arms up. 2, right arm first. 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 knees. 1, 2, 3, 4. Control it, control it, control it. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Halfway there. Twist. Good for your obliques. Hips. 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty. Put the weight down, grab some water, second round or second circuit. Alternating lunge. Now, you can go forward lunge, you can go rear lunge. You can do both. While we're lunging, alternating legs, one leg at a time, we're doing fast hammers. That one is a little bit more momentum. All right, so the arms are going to move back and forth. Okay, pick up your moderate to heavy weights. We'll just go over exercise by exercise. All right, front or back, you can even do a side lunge, but front or back lunge will be the most functional here. All right, so in 3, 2, go. 1, 2, alternating legs. 3, 4, 5, so this one's a bigger step back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 more, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more, 1. Good. Go to 1 heavy weight, medium or light if you need. Weight can be in any fashion, this way, over your head. I think I kind of like it this way. Take your feet into a wider stance, bend the knees, arms up. If you're not going overhead with your arms, do some kickbacks, okay? So, arms up. So remember on this one, palms to the ceiling, don't break at your wrist. So rather than bringing the arm forward and stretching the wrist down, push straight up to the ceiling. All right, arms up, hips and toes open, squat down in 3, 2, go. 15, 14, 13, try to be in a plie anyway, Deb. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, push the weight to the ceiling, 5, 4, 3, 2,
right, same if you want. 1 heavy weight, 2 heavy weights, 1 medium weight. We're gonna do a deadlift, traditional, or RDL, so bend the knees. If you're using 1 weight, 2 hands, hinge forward. As you come up, upright row, I know we did these the other day, but we're doing them again. So hold your hands, sorry Rob, not you, but some of the others, right? So hands in the center of your weight or hold the edges of the weight. Deadlift, bending the knees, hips go back, chest goes out, and then upright row on the way up. You got 15 of those in 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So draw it up, right up under your chin. Elbows are higher than 7, I think. 8. Elbows higher than wrists. Wrists higher than shoulders. 6 more. 6. Pull it straight up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. All right. Go back to 2, probably medium weights, heavier for some. It's a bent arm side raise. So the arms are going to stay in this L position. You just lift it out to the side. All right. Get ready to go. In 3, 2 weights, 2, and 1. 15, 14, don't go high. Okay, fine. 3, 4. Now if you feel tension in your neck, drop your chin down. 6, 7, no traps. 8, 9, 10, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. 1. Good. What do we have now? 1 weight. Back to 1 weight. Okay. Couple of options for you here. We're going to come with it back overhead and bring it down and crunch. Right? That's one option. You can keep the weight at your chin and just crunch. You can keep the weight behind your head and just crunch. I don't love that option, by the way. Just think about what happens with a lat pull down. Keep it in front of your chest if possible. Or you don't need to use weights at all. The other option is you can bring your knees to your chest as well. All right? I got 15 of them. Let's go. Arms up and back if you can. 3, 2, go. Chop 1, 2. So a forceful push. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the side. 8, 9, that's forceful. 10, 5 more. 5, 4, it's a crunch. 3, 2, and 1. Light weights. Now, I was supposed to do one side only on that little cardio set, but we're going to go back and repeat it then. So we'll do another set of right-sided. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 knees on the right. All right, left arm starts the punching. Pick up those light weights, no weights at all if you want. Arms up ready, protect. Left arm first in 3. Let's get to the right timing. 2, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 knees. Now in your knees, we didn't talk about this before, but I always do. You want to keep the leg that's not moving bent. It stays bent. 1, 2, halfway there, right now. Do not bend and straighten that left leg, keep it bent. Five seconds, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights down, another round. I'm just so thirsty. So I'll tell you, I did go out, had something very spicy yesterday. I'm very thirsty. Right. Hammers. Those alternating fast hammers. This is your opportunity to kind of work that kind of swinging motion. A little momentum. Right, front or back lunges. Yep. Or if you're not doing lunges, just do the arms. We'll start with the right leg. In 3, no, Cindy's frozen. 2, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lean in the front direction, not back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Both knees bend. 9, some more than others. 10, 5, 4, 3. We're going to do the next one. 2. You got one more after this. 1, because we're doing 2 sides. Okay. 1 heavy weight, preferably heavy, light if you need it. Wide stance plie. Arms up overhead. 2 hands, 1 weight. You want to do 2 weights, that's cool. Remember, don't break at the wrist. Push up, like you're doing a push up off the floor. Same kind of action. Karen, you could do kickbacks. Anybody do kickbacks, but make sure, if you can, if your legs are okay today, that you're into a plie position or a wide sumo. All right, 3, 2, go. 15, 14, straighten the arms. 13, 12, you can do kickbacks and plies. 11, 10, 9, now lean forward, Karen. 8, 7, you can keep it in the plie, but here, go like this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stick with 1 heavy weight or go to 2 weights. You choose. It's our deadlift upright row. Elbows higher than shoulders, elbows higher than wrists, wrists higher than shoulders, or at least in line with the shoulders. Again, no breaking. And we don't want to be, I don't know, see funky things happening. All right, knees bend, hips back. In 3, 2, go. Hinge forward, come up, drive up with your arms. 1. Chest out. 2. Soft knees. 3, 4, 5. Keep your wrists straight here, guys. I see a lot of breaking wrists, a lot of weak wrists. 7, 8, and I know a bunch of you play paddleball and golf and things like that. You should have a nice firm wrist. 10, the paddleball thing, no, don't get me on that. Okay, 5 more. 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. All right. Bent arms, side raises. There's no trapping up here, so we're not lifting our shoulders up. We're just moving outward and upward from the shoulder. Okay? No traps. 15 of these. 2 arms together, bend your knees. 3. Arms in front of your hips, really. 2. And go. 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. Try to bring your weights in front of your pelvis. 10. 9. 8. 7. That's better, son. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2 more. 1 more. Back to a single weight. Okay. Crunches. That overhead chop. In front of you chop. Knee alternating if you like. You go where you go. Arms up. Knees soft. 3. 2 arms back. 1. Chop. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 10 more. 7. Use a big breath. 8. Out. 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, and one more. 1. Nice, light set of weights. Then we'll be heading to the floor, so keep everything near your mats. Keep it all happening. All right, so we start right, 2, 3, 4, left knee. Right knee doesn't go bend straight, it stays bent the whole time. All right, yeah, keep going. Arms up, ready? Right arm first, I think I said, in 3, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 knees. 1, 2, 3, you don't have to be on my pace. You can be on your own pace. Good, good. Keep the right leg bent the whole time. Get the rotation in the torso. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Not a second sooner. Weights down, body down. To the floor. All right. First, let's lay on our back. Right. Because at that same age as we talked about after 6 months, as I go to my thing closer so you can see it. Okay, lay on your back. Bring your knees to your chest. And take both knees over to one side. Come back to the center. Take both knees over to the other side. Oh, does that feel good or what? On your back, hug your knees in. Grab your heavy set of weights, or you can use one heavy weight. And when I say heavy, 5 pounds isn't really going to cut it, but if that's all you got, okay. So if you 10 pounds or up at least. 2 weights if possible. We're going to come into a bridge. You have the option of keep going up and down with your bridge or staying in an isometric position. We're going to do a close grip chest press. So the weight comes to the center. Excuse me. If you're using 2 weights, hold them together in the center. If you're using 1 weight, I think it speaks for itself. So you're either going to push up and down with your arms and hips, or you're going to stay in the air with your hips and go up and down with your arms. All right? You choose. You can always adjust the weights anytime you need to. On your back, arms up, hips up. Your hips can be, heels can be in line with your hips here. And if you're staying in the upright position here, you're going to start, gravity's going to start to want to pull you down. So, and when your arms come down, it's going to want to happen. So, keep lifting your hips up. All right, your choice how you want to be. In 3, hips are up. 2, we go. 15 close grip chest press. 2. And again, you can come down. 3. 4, articulate your spine down, meaning don't tap your tailbone. Let your back go down first. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2 more, 2, and 1. Put your arms down, put your hips down. All right, now this gets tricky. It's a single arm fly, but we'll do alternating arms. So the arms are going to come up. 1 arm at a time is going to open up. You're firing up your core here to not fall over or any other options. So if you're using 1 weight only, which you're fine, just switch hands. We'll do 16 of these. Again, the option is to be on your tabletop with your feet down, tabletop with your legs up or straight. A bent knee bridge again, and hold the bridge, but remember where gravity's going to take you. All right, so I like to have my legs in the air bent because it gives me the biggest imprint of my spine. So if you're like me and your back wants to arch early, imprint All right, pull your belly in and ribs down so your core is still it's going to be very active here. All right, right arm, left arm in 3, 2, go. 16. Now the first couple times you do it, you're going to feel like you want to roll over, particularly if the weight is heavy. 3. So you should notice that your core is like on fire. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you're halfway through. 10, 6, 5, the more you do it, your body recognizes the pattern. 4, 3, and it goes along for the ride. 2, and 1. Arms down for a moment. The next exercise is a pullover crunch, what we did standing on the floor. So 1 or 2 weights over your head, the weight touches the floor, and we add an upper body crunch here, or you can add upper and lower body to meet in the center. All right, so choose 1 or 2 weights, no weights if you want. Pull over the floor, the arms, unless you're working with shoulder injuries, the arms go behind your head and touch the floor behind you, or whatever's behind you. Okay, arms up, tilt your pelvis, in 3, 2, go. 15, now again, you can just do a crunch with the upper body, 2, or you can add the lower body, 3, or any variations, 4, 5, again, breathe, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 4, 3, last one, is 1. Okay. Yeah, we gotta come onto our hands and knees. Row, you can just roll. You can do this actually. You can be in a plank. So come to your forearms. We'll make it a forearm plank, at least for the first one, and you choose which one you want to do. So measure out your elbows under your shoulders. Your arms are down in front of you. Step your feet back. We're going to tap one knee, then the other. I don't want to see the hips moving. It's just the knee drops. Okay, so the core is very active. You got 16 of these. Look forward. Forearms down and press into the mat so you're stable here, not into your neck and shoulders. Step your legs back one at a time. Or if you're going to stay with your knee on the floor, then lift one knee up, then the other knee. It's a little challenging actually. All right, so take your legs out. 3, 2, go. Tap right, 2, left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're already halfway through. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank. 3, 2, 1. Come down. All right. Come back to your back or sitting down. Couple of options here as well. You're either going to come all the way down and up, one leg, elbow, opposite elbow to the knee kind of thing, or you're going to go elbow to knee, sitting up. Either way, 16, or you're on your back, and you can do a bicycle. If you do a bicycle fast, my head will spin around, so do it slow, especially because I can't reach my hand through the screen and make you stop. All right? So, if you're going to do the sprinters sitting up, start up in the sitting position. If you're staying up, obviously you stay here. If you're going to do bicycles, get on your back. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Come down, cross body crunch, 1. Other side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little hip flexory. 7, 8, halfway, 9, 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit up. Take your light weights or no weights at all. All right, sit up tall, 12 o'clock. Lean back to 1, maybe 2 o'clock, and we're just going to do cross-body punches. All right? So sit up, lean back, arms in. 3, 2, go. Now you can also lift your legs off the floor if that's what you'd like to do. Breathe. Good. You don't have to have a full extension on the arm here. That's it, across the body. Oh, much better, Dad, today. Yeah. Keep it going. You've only got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights down, hug your knees to your chest. Get a little breaky break. Let's see, was I in time? All right, now we're going back to our first exercise. Feet on the floor. One or two, well, no, yeah, 1 or 2 weights. Close grip chest press. A little bit more tricep. On your back, arms up. Tilt your pelvis. Hold on. Okay, arms up. Tilt your pelvis. You choose to go up and down with your hips and arms, or just keep your hips up and keep going with the arms. In 3, hips up, 2, 1. 15, 14, 13, remember your back is going to want to keep going down. 11, 10, 9, 8, don't let your tush sink. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep pushing your tush up. 2, 1 more. And bring the arms down. Good. Careful with the arms. When you bring your weights to the floor, if you're going to extend your arms and you have a heavy weight, sit up for it. Don't do it from down here and risk your shoulders. Second exercise is single arm flies. The knees are bent on the floor in the air, straight up, or you're staying in the bridge, because some of you really love to do that. All right, knees over the hips, bend the knees 90 degrees, so your tailbone lengthens a little bit, but your back imprints a little bit. All right, belly in, 3, 2, go. One side. And now already it should feel slightly different than the first time in terms of, your body is recognizing this movement a little bit more. 5. So your core fires like immediately. 7, 8, so you stay stable. 9, 10, 6 more. 5, 4, 3, and 1 more. Good, bring the arms down. We had the pullover crunch. 1 or 2 weights, legs up or down. You can even keep your knees in the air. I don't know if I even gave you that option yet. I give you options, but I know you guys can figure out other options as well. All right, so I'll start with my legs in the air, say, or this set. All right, arms pull over, tap the floor behind you, and then we come up and crunch. Now, if your legs are in the air like mine, reach your arms towards your feet, not your knees. Reach out a little further. 4, 5, another option. 6, extend the legs. 7, there's a million options I didn't give you. 8, 9, 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. 1. Good. All right. Put the weights down, come to your hands and knees. Forearms, again, we did the last time with the forearm, but if you want to do it with a straight arm, that's fine. Pick your poison. Elbow in line with the shoulder, in line with the wrist, the palms can be down, you can be in prayer, whatever you want. But the legs go back into a plank. If you're not going into a plank, you're lifting one knee, it's actually probably even harder to lift one knee without shifting all the way off to the side. All right, legs straight behind you. We got 16 of them in 3, 2, tap down, 1, 2. So your hips shouldn't move. 3, 4, nothing else moves. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 more, 5, 4, 3, and one more. Hold the plank for 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Shift it around. Those little sprinters, or you're going to stay upright. Again, it's going to be a little bit flexible, but guess what? We stretch that out when we get to yoga. Okay. So, let's go ahead. Oh, I'll need those weights. All right. Sit up if you're going to go into the full sit up, or stay up. I'll stay up for this one. Sit up tall, lean back, hands behind your head, or out in front. So if you're doing the sprinters, you're coming up like this, right? Otherwise, come here. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Now my count might be different. 4 because of my shoulder range of motion. 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10. You got any choice. 5, 6, 5, 4. I'm showing you all 3 options. 3, 2, and 1. Come up to sitting. Your very last real exercise here. Pick up your weights. The rest is the icing on the cake. Stretching, and for some, a little bit of yoga flow. All right, sit up, arms up. Lean back. 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. 3, 2, go. Punch, across the body. Keep it going. So you've got this rotation in the torso. If you've ever hit a bag, or a person maybe. Person not being a bag. That's an old story. 10 seconds. Last. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Good. Guys, put your weights down off to the side. Move them back. I don't care. Come to your hands and knees. Or you stand up. Put your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Let's just get a little hip flexor thing going there. We'll do some more. But right foot on the outside of the right hand. Left knee behind the left hip. So it's a really long stretch in the back leg. You could do this on a bench, on a chair, standing, on a ball. With your right hand, turn your torso open to the right side. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. And then come back to the center. Hands inside and straighten your front leg, lift the toes. Shift your right hip back, left hip forward. Walk your hands a little bit more forward. Relax the neck and shoulders. Breathe in. And if you're like me, your knees are a little bent because your hamstrings are tight, welcome. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk your hands a little bit more forward. Walk your hips a little bit more back in 3, 2, bend the knee, 1. Switch sides. Left leg, outside left hand. The knee is over the ankle. The right knee is behind the right hip, so you're not sitting on top of the patella. You're in front of it. Hold that stretch for your right hip flexors, and I say this all the time. If you work for a living that sits in a chair or drives a car, get up 5 to 10 minutes of an hour, take your left hand on your thigh and twist, and get out of that chair and stretch your hip flexors. Stretch your back, stretch your hamstrings, stretch your shoulders, your neck, all the things that get stressed out sitting there. One more breath, go a little deeper. And then hand down, straighten the left leg, toes up, walk your hands forward, move your hips back. Keep the hips kind of squared. Walk the hands a little bit more forward. Some more again. And then walk your hands under your shoulders. Bring your knees together. Open the knees wide. Sit on your heels. Child's pose. Push your hips to your heels. Stretch the fingers forward, the hips back. Come to your hands and knees and round your back. Tuck your toes underneath you. Lift your knees off the floor and lift your hips in the air. Downward facing dog as you bend the right knee, lower the left heel. As you bend the left knee, lower the right heel.
And then perhaps bend both knees, hips up in the air, chest between your arms, head down. Bend the knees and hands, walk to feet, feet walk to hands, whichever way you want to go with it. Take your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, palms together, knuckles up, tuck the chin in. And then press down firmly through your legs to roll all the way up to standing. Bring the arms up over your head. Grab opposite elbows, sway a little side to side. If you'd like to stay for another 15-20 minutes and join me in a little yoga stretch flow, take your shoes off, come to your yoga mat with blocks if you have them, and we'll get started back into that wide-legged child's pose for a moment. So I want to give everybody the opportunity to just settle into that. If you're not staying, have a great weekend. All right, Deb, and I will send everybody out next week's situations. Okay. So, all right, come back to the child's pose. What? Really? And does it say Tabata Pilates? So I know how to find it. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Oh, well, those are the days. The reach is different. Yeah, we were Facebook Live in those days. We were happy we're talking about, because I'm on YouTube here, we're talking about the pandemic time when we just were happy to be in our garages working out with anything that would move our bodies, right? So, right. I'm grateful for you guys for being here, otherwise we wouldn't be here today. So child's pose, any variations thereof. Good, okay, Michelle, you can stay, good. All right, walk your hands forward, make it active. Let your belly soften between your thighs. We've had a lot of fun together over the years, guys. Spread your fingers and pull the mat from side to side and front and back. So get a little action in the arms. I know we just worked a lot of the arms. And we're going to go back into the hands and knees in 3, 2, 1, come up. So hands and knees, just a cat-cow, tuck the toes, dip the belly, arch the back, and then round and curl. And so yeah, I know we've been moving for almost an hour here, but now we have to work into, a different kind of movement. And then come back into a neutral position. Step your right foot back behind you. Tuck the toes underneath you and have the foot wide so that it's not too wide, but in line with your hip. Rock a little forward and back if you'd like here. And then keep the right leg back, left arm down on the floor or block, and spin over to your right side, stretch your right arm up. So reach your fingertips up to the sky, reach your left arm fingertips down to the floor. Pull your left hip towards the right side. Take the right arm back and over your head, palm down to the floor. Rotate your torso and then turn the thumb up to the ceiling. Relax the shoulder away from the ear on the left side in particular. One more breath. Good. Now, press down through your left leg. Rise up to standing. You're going to face, I'm going to move out a little bit. You're going to face the right side of your mat. Leg is long, right knee, left knee in line with your right toes. Arms out to the side, inhale. Reach long, right arm down, left arm up and over, exhale. Bump your hips more to midline. Reach out. And then come back to center, left arm down, right arm up again, overhead. And then sweep the arms forward. Now you might want a block to sit on behind you. You're going to stretch your arms forward. It's hard with, sometimes we're on the floor and we slide. So I'm just going to plop myself onto this block for a moment and walk my hands forward as I slide all over this floor. So it's a little bit of a long stretch in all directions. You can always modify the left leg. You don't have to sit all the way back to your heels, by the way. Reach the arms a little bit more forward in 3. Why am I still counting like that? 2, 1. Walk your hands back in. Now, if you're sitting on the block, help yourself up. Move the block back, turn yourself forward. Right leg up in the air. Bring the right knee to the chest, round and curl, and step it all the way through. Tuck your left toes underneath you, and snuggle the left hip back a little further.
left hand comes to the block inside the left leg. Right hand comes to the thigh, lift your chest. Rotate to the right side. Reach your right arm back behind you, thumb up in the air. Just stretch and reach in all directions here. 3, still can like that, 2. Right arm comes up and over. And now straighten the front leg. We did something similar a few moments ago. Square the hips, square the shoulders, breathe in long. And again, if you'd like to, take a block, shoot it behind you, have a seat on the block or your heel or the floor. Straight leg, right leg, bent leg, left leg, you're fine, Rob. And walk your hands forward. Inhale. And exhale. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Inhale. And exhale. So a little hamstring stuff going on today. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, walk your hands back up. Bend your right knee. If you sat on a block, bring it back to the front. Tuck your left toes underneath you. Lift the left knee up, keep the hips low. Step back through plank and into a downward facing dog. Bend the right knee, lower the left heel. Bend the left knee, lower the right heel. Back to center, soften the knees, chest to the thighs, head hangs down. Inhale to a high plank, lower the right knee to the floor, left leg is behind you, and off a little bit to the left side. Rock a little bit forward and back on it. And then spin to the left side, right arm down, left arm up, left leg out, left arm up. Lift out of your right side waistline. Spin your left arm back and around over your head, palm down, and then rotate the torso up, rotate the left thumb up. Press down through your right arm, really reaching up and away from your center line. Breathe in, breathe out, look down. Inhale, come up, arms up. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale, right arm up again, left arm overhead. And then come back up onto your kneeling position. If you'd like a block, now you know where we're going. We're going to sit back on the right heel or towards the right heel with the left leg out to the side. Arms walking forward. Let's turn to, I don't know if I did this in the other side, but turn the toes up to the sky a little bit. Walk the hands forward. Push the hips back. Breathe in and out. Walk your hands a little bit more forward. Keep a length in the spine. Inhale, lift your chest up, walk your hands back in. Come up gently, softly, turn around to face the front of the room. Left leg lifts in the air, knee to chest rounding curl. Step your left foot between your two hands. Send your right leg back a little bit further. Right hand stays on the floor or a block. Left arm opens up to the left side. Rotate your torso, keep your hips squared. Good. Now reach your left arm behind you, thumb up, hinge forward, that right leg comes a little bit further forward, or right hip I should say. Good, inhale, come back up and around, stretch the left arm down, left leg straightens, hold here for a breath or two. You can stay here the whole time, or you can bring your block to the back of your mat and have a seat down on the block or the floor. Walk your hands forward of your left leg. Inhale and exhale. Good. Hamstrings are having a lovely conversation here. Inhale, lengthen. Bend the left knee. Exhale, come off your floor or your block. And then bend your or tuck your right toes underneath you. Step back to a plank for a breath. Exhale the plank and come to the down dog, bend one knee then the other. Come to some stillness in a downward dog.
Shift the weight from the hands, the shoulders, the neck, towards the heels. Put a soft bend in the back knees. Just let go. Inhale, rise up onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward. Walk or step or jump your feet to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, let go. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise up all the way to the top.
Bring your hands to your heart center. Empty the breath. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. You should be at the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step, step to plank. You can skip the push-up or go to it with an upward dog or go into downward dog without the push-up. And then we meet in downward dog. Breathe in.
And breathe out. Inhale onto your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Walk, step, float, hop, fly to the top, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, press down to rise up. Inhale, bring the arms overhead.
Exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold.
Inhale, lengthen your spine. If you step back, try to switch legs that lead and then go to your chaturanga. Add a little push-ups, add no push-ups. Do just one, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Take yourself to the top of the mat, halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Oh, I didn't pause all this time.
And bring your hands to your heart center. Release your arms. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold.
Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga or extras or none.
Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog.
Bring your feet to touch the back of the mat. Bend the right knee, lower the left heel again. Bend the left knee, lower the right heel again. And then find stillness again. Bring your feet closer together, chest towards your thighs. Float your right leg in the air. Open the right hip, bend and straighten. Bring the right knee to the chest and step the right foot through between your hands. Turn your back foot on its side. Grab a block on the outside of your right foot. Left hand's going to open up to the side. So if you don't have the block and you prefer to, even if you do have the block, you can put your right hand on your right thigh, left arm is opening up. Breathe. Now if your right hand is on your thigh, make sure if you pick up your arm, your body doesn't collapse. So that our legs are doing the work, our core is doing the work, but not our arms holding on to that. So you're either on the outside, knee to arm to thigh. One more breath, look down. Inhale, rise up. Straighten your leg and lean back. Exhale. Inhale, stand up. Turn your toes to the left side. Hands on your hips, inhale. Lift your heart up. Exhale, soften the knees and forward fold. Always soften your knees on the way down. Then you can choose to lengthen the legs when you're there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Head down towards the floor. If the head easily touches, you can shorten your stance. Walk over to your left leg. Right hand stays to the foot, ankle, or in front. Or even on a block, left arm comes up. Reach away from the floor. Press down with your feet from the floor and your hands from the floor. Exhale the breath, come back to center, walk your hands to the right leg. Hold on to the foot or ankle, or just keep the arm in front of the foot. Right arm comes up in the air, twist. Maybe draw your right hip towards the left side a little bit more. One more breath. Empty the breath and walk it back to center. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, turn yourself back to the front, right foot on the floor, right hand back outside or on the thigh, left arm up, and this time up and overhead like we did on the floor. Bend the right knee, left arm overhead, turn the palm open. So bring it over your head, towards the front of your space. Bring the tailbone underneath you. One more breath. Good. Empty the breath, hands on the floor, spin yourself forward, step a little closer, straighten both legs. So that you're not on a tightrope again. You have blocks of right here. Any height. Lift your spine. And then pull your right hip back and left hip forward. Level it out. Breathe in and breathe out. Pyramid pose. Maria, move your back leg to the bed a little bit more. The bed. Yeah. Wider. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more breaths. Release your hands to the floor. Bend your right knee, step your left leg back, and step your right leg in the air, 3-legged dog, and open that hip. Just kick it in and out a couple times, maybe rotate out of the hip in all directions. And then lower the foot, downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Bend and straighten. Exhale, step your left foot in between your hands. Take a block to the outside of the left foot, turn the right foot on its side. Take your right arm and just trace it up to the sky, tailbone underneath you. Right arm to the sky, your left arm down on the floor of the block, or left arm can be on your thigh as bison. Make sure you're not putting weight into your left arm. Breathe in, breathe out. Take another breath. Find the biggest space. Look down. Inhale, rise up, and as you rise up, straighten your left leg. Turn yourself to the right side of your mat, hands on your hips, inhale. Lean back, lift up and back, exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, let go of the arms, hang your head, shake it out, yes and no. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk to your right leg, the back leg. Left arm stays, right arm opens up, twist. Hug your right hip to the midline. Find a little bit more space. And then empty the breath to the other side. Walk over to your left side, right arm down, left arm up. Hug your left hip towards the midline, perhaps. Inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk around to the front of your space, low lunge. Hands on the floor of the block, straighten your front leg. Step your back leg in a little bit closer. Pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. Inhale. And exhale, fold over your left leg. So again, no tightrope, Maria. Move the foot more towards your dresser now. Yeah, there you go. And there you go, now your hips are level. So that, if you're on a tightrope, the chances are the front hip's going to stick up a little bit more. But if you're leveled out, or if you're wider, you'll be able to level out where the right hip can pull forward and the left hip can pull back, and you have a flat tabletop position. Yes. Is he going with you, Michelle? One more breath. Oh no, empty the breath. Bend the front knee and step back with your left leg in the air, 3-legged, open the hip. Do whatever you need, circles, kicks, and then lower your foot to the floor, down dog. Inhale, bring your knees to the floor. Walk forward a little bit on your mat, cross your ankles behind you. Sit back on the floor. If you'd like a block, grab it with you. Roll down to your back. We'll do a bridge and or a wheel. So walk your hands towards your heels. Heels line up with your sitting bones. Tilt your pelvis, pubic bone up, belly in, so you're back in prince like we did when we were doing the weights. Now from here, just articulate your spine. So it starts with your tailbone, then it goes to your middle lower back. Middle back, lift up so you're resting on your shoulder blades. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Grab your opposite hands. Opposite elbows are always welcome as well if you have the space. Or you can support yourself with a block. Or you can take your hands if you feel ready for this. Fingers by your shoulders. Come to the top of your head. Push your heart up and open into your bigger back bend. Wheel pose. Breathe in, Chakrasana. Chin to chest if you're up there when you want to come down. Or Urdhva Dhanurasana. There's names for everything that are similar. Articulate your spine down if you're up wherever you are. Uncross your hands and bring your knees up to your chest. Hold on to opposite elbows, fingers, wrists, or forearms. Breathe in. And then grab a hold of your feet from the outside. Happy baby, tailbone down. Pull the knees to the outside of the ribs, feet to the ceiling. And then bring your arms to the outside of the legs, bring the knees in, open your arms to a T, shift your hips right, and again let both feet, knees fall to the left side. Turn your right palm up and over. You can bring it behind your head a little bit. Left arm can come to the outside of the right thigh. And if you do that, take your hand at the top of your thigh and just smooth the outer hip thigh skin down. Give a little bit more space. One more breath. Inhale, draw your knees back to center. Exhale, shift your hips to the left, knees to the right. Left palm faces up. You can bring it over your head or not. Right arm, take it on the outside of your left hip and smooth the skin on the outside of the hip. Just open up your arms to a T. Inhale, shift your legs to the center. Exhale, give yourself a tight hug. Everything comes together. Inhale, lower your head, extend your legs out. Stretch your arms over your head and give your body the longest reach you can get. From fingertip to toe tip and then from side to side. Reach out, inhale. And as you empty the breath, bring the arms by your side. Let your hips splay open, let your palms open up. Close your eyes and start to just slow down and let go. Forget the conversations that are going on inside of your head. Just let go, let them be. Inhale. And exhale. Yeah, if there's anything else you need to do, feel free to do it. And stay for a few moments. Stillness. Work day and everybody has to get going, so if you're at home, stay with us. If you're on Zoom, just turn this off and stay home. You can stay with the Shavasana, stay with the Shavasana, or make your way back to a comfortable seat. Take your time, start to move small movements in your body and start to breathe deeper. Come back, close your eyes and bring your hands to your heart center. Gaze to the tip of your nose. Breathe in fully, deeply, and completely. Empty out the breath the same. Tuck your chin down to your chest, bow to yourselves in gratitude. And then to each other for your beauty, peace, love, light, goodness. And we share namaste, satnam, go in peace. Have a wonderful day or weekend. If I'm not going to see you, stay strong, stay fit, stay healthy.